You were born in a den. Calling it a den is generous. In reality, it's just a dark, damp hole that smells questionable. This is your home. Congratulations. The good news is your mother is here. She is massive, vigilant, and ready to tear apart anything that dares to approach. The bad news is you are not. Your entire survival strategy at this stage is lie still and scream when you're hungry. You aren't alone. You have siblings, but that doesn't make things better. They are bigger than you, stronger than you, and they absolutely love stepping on your face while scrambling for milk. Every meal is a miniature war, and you are usually on the losing side. Most of the time, your mother isn't here. She has to hunt. That means you and the others are left behind in this hole, completely unprotected. If she comes back, great. If not, well, you'll just lie there, waiting to see what comes to eat you first. You grow a little. Your eyes open, your ears begin to pick up sound. But don't get it twisted, you're still useless. Then, one day, everything changes. Your mother returns, not to feed you, but to drag you out. You aren't ready, but she doesn't care. Her teeth clamp onto your skin, hoisting you up like a piece of luggage. The light hits, the space opens up. That tiny, filthy den might have been the safest place you'll ever know. You are dragged out of the den, and you immediately realize one thing. The outside world has no intention of being gentle with you. Everything is in motion, and most concerningly, a lot of those things are eyeing you as a potential meal. Your mother stops, lowers her body, and stares dead ahead. You don't fully grasp what's happening, but you try to mimic her anyway. Lesson 1. Stay low, move slow, and don't make a sound. Sounds simple. You fail immediately. One step. Snap. The twig breaking under your paw rings out like a gunshot. The rabbit ahead bolts and vanishes in a blink. You stand there, frozen, and your mother turns to look at you. She doesn't say a word, but the look is enough to make you wish you could dig a hole and crawl back inside. When your mother makes a kill, usually small prey, you and your siblings are given the leftovers. This is your first time eating meat. You're not sure if you should be thrilled or disgusted, but you eat, because if you don't, you starve. It's that simple. The days that follow are a series of systematic failures. Your mother moves like a shadow, gliding through the brush without making a sound. You try to follow suit and walk straight into a tree trunk. Just a desperate, clumsy thud. You need to get better, fast. And the worst part? You're starting to realize she's right. You've been officially recruited into the Predator training program. Today's lesson: stalk and pounce. You lower your body, trying to blend into the grass. You inch forward, one slow, careful step at a time. Snap. Another twig. The prey bolts. You stand there, frozen, as if staying still will somehow make everything come back. But then, one day, you catch a mouse. It's not grand, but it's yours. Another time, you snag a lizard. Small, but enough to give you a taste of the feeling. You aren't completely useless anymore. Then, the world reminds you exactly where you stand. You're following your mother when she stops dead. She takes a sharp breath. You don't ask questions, you scramble inside. And then, you see them. Wolves. Not one, an entire pack. Every survival skill you just learned evaporates in a second, but your mother doesn't blink. She steps out, snarling, her tail twitching. A wolf moves forward, and instantly she lunges. The bite is fast, surgical. The wolf yelps and recoils. The pack hesitates. No one wants to be the next volunteer. Finally, they retreat. You're still shaking. Your heart is pounding so hard you think you might give away your position just by the sound of your pulse. That night, you curl up next to your mother. And for the first time, you understand one thing clearly. You aren't just learning how to hunt. You're learning how not to die. At nearly 2 years old, your mother decides something you have no right to object to. You're old enough. Pumas don't do the pack life. Staying means being driven out or worse. And so you leave. The first steps of your independent life are anything but grand. There is only hunger. You were used to your mother doing the heavy lifting. Now everything is on you. The deer are too fast. The rabbits are too clever. The birds are practically mocking you from above. Occasionally you get lucky. A squirrel. Nothing to be proud of, but enough to keep you from collapsing. Then comes the bigger problem, territory. You need space, a lot of space. You accidentally wander into someone else's turf. A snarl, a warning scent. You understand. You retreat, fast. And this time, you don't try again. After days of wandering, dodging, and scraping by, you finally find a place that's okay. You mark it. A few claw marks, a bit of scent, a rather weak declaration. This is mine. Most of the time, you choose to avoid conflict, not because you're a coward, but because you understand. A single minor wound could be the end of the line. Sometimes a female passes through. You spend a few days together, no commitments, no strings attached. Then she leaves, and you return to the familiar silence. No friends, no teammates, just you, your territory, and the hunger that's always waiting. You enter the stage where, in theory, everything should get easier. You have your territory. You know how to hunt. But easy isn't a word in your dictionary. Every day begins with a patrol, checking every tree trunk, every strange scent, a new claw mark, a scent you've never encountered before, or worse, a message left behind with crystal clarity. It's not a greeting, it's a challenge. You have two choices, pretend you didn't see it or face it. But you can't always avoid it. Even if you win, you carry the wounds with you. And in this world, a minor injury can become a death sentence. Hunting doesn't get any simpler either. The deer are still fast, and they always seem to know where you are before you even realize they're there. You have to calculate, move with the wind, maintain absolute silence, and hope your body doesn't betray you at the last second. When you take one down, it's worth it. Enough meat for days. You drag the carcass into the shadows, eat as fast as you can, and hide the rest. And then the others show up. The scavengers looking for a free meal, but you don't always want to fight just to keep the leftovers. Your life is a fragile balancing act. Hunt enough to live, but not so much that you deplete the prey. And then a day comes, ordinary, just like any other. You're moving along the edge of your territory when you see it. You lower your body, inches forward. No twigs, no noise. This time, everything is perfect. You spring. Mid-air, a sound emerges, deep, vibrating, fast. A blinding light hurtles toward you, faster than anything you've ever hunted, faster than anything that ever hunted you. You don't have time to understand. You don't have time to correct your mistake. Everything ends, and your territory no longer belongs to anyone.